listed um, all of the locations I could find. And that was through AI. So, deep search of all the places where my testimonials can be found, also my connections, under the psychics, well, they're celebrity psychics who's um, I'm part of the group who reads for uh, their clients when they can't when they're well when they're un well when the I guess the psychic who is famous is busy doing on stage performing press runs, etc. So also I included of course psychic source. So they're all are listed now, and also um, in I've instead of going linking subscription, I'm keeping to the point. I do have at least two shows. I'm going to be adding more. Um, so over the next day or so, I should be adding more uh, times in which I will do a live where those who are in attendance and have made their ticket, had gotten their ticket, those individuals will each person will have an opportunity to have their questions answered. So that is a guarantee. I scheduled the first two for an hour and a half. Now granted, I know that I won't necessarily need 1 hour and a half to, give an answer. If you've seen me work before, I'm in the mainstream, so I'm actually used to, mm, getting answers to questions like within the first few seconds. So my readings flow like a casual conversation, as if we just kind of run into each other and we are having a dialogue. And I'm very skilled at it. So sometimes clients forget that we're even in a psychic reading. So, sometimes I have to, remind, look, we are in a psychic reading, and don't be alarmed. This is information that flows through because they're like, wait a minute, I just remembered. I haven't told you any of this. Like, how are you getting all this? Like, remember, this is a psychic reading. You did call to speak with a psychic, right? And we're getting some of your important questions answered. Welcome. Yes. So I know this is a spare of the moment. I just happened to just log in. Well, I've updated my description down below. So if you click on it, you will see several links. These are the links of where you can find my like what the company thinks of me, and also what clients their testimonials, what they have to say about my work. Also, I have 5 stars all across platforms or all across the world. I included Psychic Source, which is a number one company, up there with California Psychics. I'm not with California Psychics today, but I have experience there as well. But today I'm with Psychic Source, and Psychic Source. On. Oh wow. Okay, so here I am. My I had to take a call, you guys. Well, yeah, so let me tell you this. Let me tell you. So, let me tell you what's going on. I don't know if somehow I don't know how that works. So I don't know what happens with the phone ring. I think I've seen that before. The phone rings. So yeah, I was with a client. Mm-hmm. I need to talk to yeah. He didn't get my answer, and I think the call dropped. So anyway, I hope he comes back so I can give him the rest of the answer. That he's I know where he's at, but yeah, he has to talk to me. to get he has to let me talk to him so I can get him give him the answers. Anyways, I'm pretty sure he'll come back. I think he's just busy. So he's on target because he's supposed to be showing the time. Everything seems to be good. All right. Everything seems to be good. All right. So I've cleared one hurdle. So Monday's supposed to be a big day. There's people expecting some turnaround Today's a big day for people. So I think that what will happen is everything will play out, or they'll wait till like the towards the end of the day, reach out, or they will end up, you know, contacting me throughout the week. Uh, Anyways, which either case, I'm doing just fine. I'll be okay. You seem to be ahead. I feel a great deal of blessing. I feel very blessed that, I know I'm at the very beginning, um, and it feels like the right people are locating me. So that's what we want. I want the right people to locate. And I'm also very sure that as I don't know, actually I don't know how that works. The part where, let me see. Once my channel is monetized, I mean, beyond the 3,000, once I have like 4,000 watch hours, I wonder if I will be able to do readings. Like, also, I don't know, is that even do I even need, I don't know. Is that something that we're gonna do, guys? I don't know. Once they're running ads again, well, they run ads, but I mean, when they actually begin running ads, as in I have 4,000 watch hours and I'm part of that ad circuit, I wonder how much will my channel have to change. I'm a little leery about that. Right now, I feel like, oh, I can do whatever I want, read the way I want. I don't ever say anything outlandish, or I don't talk about other people anyway, unless I'm reading them. And so that means they're voluntarily saying, talk about me. Then I talk about them. You know. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. Why am I even fretting? Why am I even worried about that? I shouldn't even be thinking about that right now. That's so far into the future. Uh, I don't know. I just feel like the way that I'm doing this today, that I have I have all of the links. People can read my testimonials, what clients say about me. People can read what the companies, top of the world companies, are saying about me today. These are the famous psychic who have sway because they're famous, and also the big companies, what they say about me, and also, I'm one of the leading interesting psychics, but also, yeah, what the clients themselves who work with these famous psychics have to say about me. Yes, I have 5 stars as well. That's my rating all across all the platform. And yeah, I need to start saying this more often. I don't say it enough. It's like, people don't know what level that they're even dealing with me. Like, uh, yeah. So clearly, no one should be saying, "Are you even psychic?" No, I should not be hearing that. Are you even a psychic? You're asking if you can read me. Well, yeah, well, yeah. No one should be asking me that. So definitely to post all my links. Those are all the available links that I know of. So I shared them with you so that you can see me at work. Also, you can see my stars. I'm very proud of being 5 stars. All across the platforms all over the world. Yeah, and oh, uh, I definitely have a U.S. number and a international number, so that we can have anonymous readings together. Yeah, so we don't. I mean, somebody just wants to anonymously, have their sessions. That's what we're focused on. So I'm creating that lane. It's like, okay, I don't need to know. Just show up here, and I'll do my thing, and and you will have done your thing, or you would have registered, and that will get you in. Yeah, I'm so looking forward to uh, 500 watch hours. I know between now and 500 watch hours is going to be, that's my challenge, you guys. Oh my gosh. I told you, I said, by the way, you guys, when I reach 400 watch hours, that 100 to get to that 500 mark, it's gonna be all kind of twists and turns, and I'm gonna all kinds of changes, and new things I have found out. True, it happened. It's happening. Excuse me, it's happening. But since I've come back, I've gotten some watch hours, some additional watch hours. So I can't wait. When I 500 watch hours, I felt before I reached, as I was reaching my 400 number 400 hour, I said, think I'm gonna feel much more easier, much more at ease once I get to 500, because then the idea is to clear that first 1,000, and then I just have two more to go. So something to that effect. So I think that's what I was saying. So yeah, I don't want to add. I don't want to think like, but you still have 1,000 to go. I'm not thinking like that because there's so many features. Oh my gosh, that I don't have. I can't even see it. You know, I have to go and of course, no one shows you thoroughly what you want to see, right? Or they don't show you parts of what you would have liked to have seen, and then when you get there and you're like, why don't you just show me that? That's more useful. So, but that's their experience. They can show whatever they want to show, right? So I'm not hating on that part. I'm just like, watch when I get there. I'm gonna see things that they didn't show me that I'm gonna appreciate more. So yeah. So because of that, that's why I'm not so focused on that. Um, as that being I guess my goalpost, because I'm thinking, well, once we're able to establish the membership side, then I'll be able to start definitely with the books, the books that I intend to write, because you'll have access to them through memberships, and also other things and writings and services. My number, yeah, my number, so you can have anonymous readings with me. Also, I'll be better acquainted with the shows as well, because yeah, the shows, um, what do you call it? Easy, better shows. Definitely, I want to invest that in my Membership mode. Then I can just come here and invite you. you know, Something to that effect. Yeah. But yeah, it's coming together. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I just have to just keep everything centered. My goal is you have to keep everything focused. Because I have to admit, it's easy to get distracted. And not with what's going on in the world, but I mean, just like sometimes, you just want to just come in and just talk, just chit chat sometimes. So, hmm. So I'm going to do my very best to stay on the target points. Let me see. Okay, so 30. Okay, we almost cleared an hour. We've been putting in 1 hour at a time, which uh, I think I could do longer than 1 hour. I don't know. I don't know. 1 hour seems to be okay for me. I think I'm doing just fine. Mm-hmm. And um, yeah, there's also some interesting parts where the more that I think that I'm picking up, the more that I'm picking up, I think that is information people need or people want. I think they want to know, but like the information that people are like ask, there that is like things that I discovered years ago. So there's certain, I guess, things that I've learned that someone may never ask about. They may not never ask. So I even had people like get very close to answering questions that we've worked out as practitioners, and it's like, okay, I know where you're going, close enough. And then we share it. So that's what the I think the books are going to be about. The books are going to permit for me to share, you know, to definitely contribute more to mysticism. But I wanted to do it the right way, and I didn't want it to kind of, what they call it, kind of just like be adrift, and kind of like lost in translation. That's not what I'm looking for. So I'm working on placing it in the space where this will be a need to want to seek after that information, because that will be, hopefully that will be the main purpose for subscribing or becoming a member anyway. So a person enters into that space, becomes a member, they begin to get these mysteries that's going to, give back to them. Like my nice fellow from Ghana, like he wants to make $400,000 a year, which is like 30 to 50,000 per month. He has a talent, but right now it's like asking someone to do a talent when they've got a lot on their mind. He has a lot on his mind right now, like with family and, and back home, and because he's abroad, he and the family's abroad. So, he's like, I don't know, but at the same time, I'm like, trust me, it's well worth it. But I already let him know, like, it sounds like I'm like, where are you gonna get this motivation? Where are you gonna get this energy from? Because you're gonna have to love it, to go for the numbers, you're thinking of. You're gonna wanna have to love it. and so we're getting him excited about his product. By the way, he's developing a product, having, served. He worked for the World Bank. He's linked banks from, between countries, not only from Africa but from France to America. So now he's coming with all of this futuristic ideas that's incoming, and he's developing, programs that help people to adapt more easily. And yeah, but I'm talking him into mentoring and teaching, and he's like, but I said, but you've done this before, and you don't want to do it again. But it's nothing like he thinks it's gonna be. It's gonna be like on his own terms. But he's kind of still like, I don't want to go back. I don't want to. But he starts to see it like, oh, I can see. It's like he said. Then we agreed. He said, well, it would have to be well worth it, because right now, he just interested in teaching those who are directly around him. He's like, oh yeah, a lot of people around me, they need help. I'm like, okay. So we're doing a little bit of, calling energy in. We're like, we begin calling that energy in. We're like, come on, we're gonna bring the energy. Come on, we're gonna welcome this energy, this new energy in. He's like, we're gonna make this happen for us. Excuse me, from Ghana, from the continent of Africa, in the country Ghana. And yeah, I like it. I speak to people from Denmark, Europe. I speak to people from Ghana, Africa, not just South Africa. People from India. Yeah, people from Chicago. Yes, just people already. People from Paris. People from London. Yeah. People from Arizona. Yeah. So that's where I'm at. So that's why you have several links, all the links down below. I spaced them out so it wouldn't look like a cluster. And either one of them will just kind of like let you know, kind of like point direction towards me. Just look for me. Look for my picture. I'm just there in my own zone, kind of sitting there, just relaxing. And yeah, continue, to grow as a person. So yeah, it's gonna be particularly a quiet day because they moved, like they're moved up an hour. So yeah, but they're asking me like, can you come a little early? Because I guess they're trying to sink in with this move, the hour, they gain an hour. So so now we gotta wait for us to gain an hour. We'll gain an hour, at some point. hmm But I was like making sure, I was like, I refuse to be late, and the excuse is, well, you moved your times around. So I've been monitoring, making sure I came in extra early, making sure, or took a call. I'm like, what are you doing here so early? And I'm like, I am not going to be thrown off by you moving your hour up ahead. 1 hour ahead, moving your time one hour ahead. No. So I am like right there on their heels, I believe. So technically, this would be the time that I would be logging in, and then it'll catch up at some point when we move our hour up. Then we'll be in sync. So yeah. So technically, I have an it's like I have an additional hour, but when you love what you do, like it doesn't feel like work anyway. So I'm like, well, let me sign on now. Yeah, I don't mind coming in there early. It's okay because I'm having a good time. I'm speaking with people. I'm seeing their life just change. It's sometimes I get the feeling like they're at their breaking point, and they'll believe in something greater if I help them into their world, and this help is life changing, and it changes the lives of those who they love around them. I believe that that's when they were like, okay, there's something out there that thinks about me, specifically me. That's important. Unique, that how unique they are. Like what makes them any more special than the other. It's not so much what makes they more special than any other. It's like what makes them apart, what sets them apart and unique from all others. As all others can say the same thing, what makes them more unique, and so forth. And in that uniqueness, then there's a personal interaction between the universe and themselves, their world experience. And it lets them know, well, if it's a unique experience, then there has to be unique ways of problem solving, finding unique solutions different from other solutions that are found. So that's that is some part way of explaining like what I do, what I hope to do in my workings. You know, it's definitely, you know, people who finally said, okay, they made their determination. They have said, okay, they've determined there is no such thing. There's just no universe, and that's it. There's nothing greater than the moment that they experience right here, right now, and there's nothing after but blank. I do this work to definitely to refute that. So I do this work to help people because sometimes people are like they don't want to hear anything even remotely like I'm like praying, none of that. No, like I'm sending you blessing. No, they're like, mm-mm, no. I don't hear that. I don't hear you. I don't hear you. You know, like so. You know, so I'm blessed with the ability to help reveal those things that are outside of themselves without saying it, without saying, oh, yeah, by the way, have you met God? Or have you met the gods? Hello, you have angels, you know. So instead of wording it like that, like, like, wow, how you were able to answer these questions, wow, this must be special. This must be a special time. Wait a minute. You talk about me. This is uniquely me. Do you mean it? It's like, yeah, universe means it. This is information that only you can receive because it was the universe or whatever is out there is talking to you. It's not talking to anybody else. This can't land. This can't be heading towards you and land on somebody else. It just doesn't work that way. You're the receiving end of this. You're the recipient. And then you start to realize like people are contemplating, well, am I receiving anything bad right now? Then they like lean in and they whisper like, am I receiving anything bad? Do you see anything dark around me? I've been told that. And sometimes these kinds of words stick to people, and I'm like, what are you talking about? You don't have a dark. So I'd be like, you don't have a dark seed in you. Be like, do I have a dark seed in me? Like, what? Where'd you get that from? Who told you that? Oh, a dark seed. What are you gonna do with it? You know. Then we start to like, help them to release those worries, concerns, nervous energy that turn into fears. They start to, and once they release that, they start to attract the most wonderful, like love generated lifestyles that they've ever witnessed, and within like their past life within this lifetime, by the way. So their life within a life, like their old life, the way that it was before, embracing the life anew is where they, oh my gosh, where they come from. Beautiful, beautiful. So that's where this wonderful direction is coming from. More and more, more and more. You know, this is all happening, I would say, with a steady hand. It's very steady-handed. Um, the ability to guide people. My brother from Ghana, I know he loves his wife, and I know she loves him dearly. And she's that wife that like she like he's helping. He wants her to be successful, and he's always giving it all. He's giving it his all, 200%, to give her the opportunity, like make her wish come true. And in turn, she's giving her all and willing to do anything to make his wish come true. They will give their last. They will sacrifice to give the other one. If that sacrifice is what it will take for the other one to reach their success, they're willing to do it. And I'm like, Man, either you're not going anywhere. You're staying together. You two are you know your other half. Your twin flames. So I just like that's gonna be weighing on my mind until like I eat. I gotta send him that message. Let him know that like go all in, and he's not a sucker. He is going to definitely achieve this new direction and this business that he's working on, and his product is amazing. The finished product, and by the way, he's making sure it works before he starts putting it out there. So like we talk about empirical financial product science from somebody who has experience in working with World Bank banking systems, and have connected banking systems between countries, including I had to say it, but it's needed to say, including Africa, his home country where he's from, and then the more of the Western European countries into the West itself. And now he's online going to teach more than just financial literacy, more than that, because it's evolved beyond. I mean, the whole financial program and the way that people deal with, like, handle their money and banking, that is becoming, it's becoming futuristic. It's changing, and he's going to like he's teaching and mentoring like how to work with these new ways. So just having the product alone, that's what I was letting him know. Just having the product alone is not. It's they're gonna want more because he knows information like like people who just naturally like I naturally understand esoteric abstract symbols and languages. I can decipher any of them, right? I can look at Egyptian hieroglyph, and I can see the mysticism in it, the hidden things that other people will miss. Well, he's that way with finances. So he's saying like, wait, teach them, mentor, sit with them, on one, coach them. Like what? And I like explain to him, well, but this is you upscaling. This is you scaling your business. Doesn't that sound exciting? Then he's like, oh, okay. Like he started really getting it after I started wording it in that context. Like I said, you all tend to listen better when it comes to, because it goes like big esoteric, then it goes like microcosmic stuff, and then it goes into like numbers. Like you all understand the like numerology stuff like easily, and I think it's because it's so closely related to like on the ground, like earth stuff, like close to earth, everything like the world around you. I think you people understand that dialogue better, much better than I really love like the beyonds, like the mysticism stuff. Um, but I started. I'm naturally psychic, so I'm used to the psychic bit. So I'm like, okay, what's bigger than just mind reading? Mind reading, choosing to receive someone's mental pictures. What else is there? So I'm always looking for like universe. Of course, universe reveals self. You know, it's themselves through the readings. Like the way that people's lives change in comparison. Like I'm like, there is got to be something much farther out there than just simply psychics, like being able to read minds. That's impressive, perhaps. But I mean, the way that somebody's life changed is, I'm like, that was a gift. I'm like, you're like, you're so amazing. I'm like, no, your life is amazing. Your life is like a testament that there's something more grand out there, something much farther out. you know they're celebrating the like, wow, you helped me solve this puzzle. I'm like, well, you helped me see the realness in the universe, which is mystical. And I'm very grateful for you. They were like, I'm no, I'm grateful for you. So that's the way, that it's, kind of mutual connection happens. But we're saying all this to say, by the way, you're like, yeah, nothing, no scriptures are being traded off or nothing like that. Just being in the moment, seeing something beyond, seeing something bigger, seeing something powerful, you know, more powerful than us. So, because yeah, they have to be pretty powerful because the people, whew, the ones that I'm working. Mhm. More hours to go. So I I hope I got the time right. If I'm 1 hour late, my bad. Don't worry. I'm still going live this evening to talk more about the tickets. Of course, I have the link down below, and I have the link, um, yes, down below in the upcoming live, which is later on. I believe it's at 3 something, but I have to stay on. I have to stay on until like 4, but I will be back around um, and continue speaking with you. I didn't realize I do apologize. I didn't realize I was gonna be so busy. So yeah, people are like pulling me away. I didn't realize that. Oh, maybe it's because this is a spiritual month. It is, the whole Halloween thing, Halloween and psychics. Maybe that's going on. Maybe they saw like some commercials and a psychic with a crystal ball. And they're like, oh yeah, I got to contact. Gotta contact. They're saying they're gonna contact me. Maybe subconsciously. I don't know, but yeah, this turned out to be a very busy day. I wasn't expecting it to be busy. It just sort of happened. So I stayed in for 1 hour. I will be back later on this evening, about like 3 or maybe 4 to the latest. If I'm running late, don't worry. I am on my way. And I'll see you all on the next live. Oh, and I will not be taking calls then either. So I'll be able to stay the entire duration.